This is a map we know that Opti Gaming is going to be comfortable on, and eUnited played it relatively well. But again, as Rich kind of pointed out, you just can't have a slow start, because if the subs get hot for Faze, this game will be over before it starts.
This one's going to be over real quick if those subs get hot. And here we go, straight into this one. Of course, this is a new map. The Retaliation DLC pack, and here we are off to a big start for the boys in eUnited. Couple of kills there for Silly. Silly with 3 as he manages to hold on to that first hard point. There's a ventilation room right smack bang in the middle of the map. And Pristini now trying to push out, get a bit of space, and during that time, no one from eUnited got much time.
And potentially, Silly with that nice start could be the X factor for eUnited. I was talking about the head-to-head player matchups, but I think between Zilly and Attach, it's relatively close, right? So if Silly has that just, phenomenal performance, that could be the bump that eUnited needs. Of course, though, long way away before we see how these two players end up panning out. Right now, though, Faze inside the hill, decent control for the moment. Of course, though, eUnited, they have the opportunity to attack from 4 different doorways, but they're going to get taken down one by one.
And this is the thing with the ventilation room. There are 4 different ways to attack this single hard point. It's final 10 seconds here, and Faze have dug themselves in. They covered all the doors there, and there was not a single thing eUnited can do. In that situation, they've got to hit all those doors at once, so they've got to get a stun in there. You have to really coordinate those pushes, so that was a tough one for eUnited to break, and they trickled in there slowly but surely. And now we see Faze on that next rotation. We're in a bunker, and things already looking very red so far in this first match.
And you talk about the hybrid player, Priesta already has streaks, like right off the bat. Faze, they do great on the first hill to get the rotations. Now, though, Priesta is going to get completely pinched in, and yeah, he's going to get taken down. So very clean break coming out from eUnited. Now they just have to make sure they hold, because all the pressure's coming in from the right side of the map at the moment for Faze.
That's what we want to see. This is replays on your screen, the AR for Faze. He's going to be watching those open spaces, those long lines of sight. He's going to be ringing out that STG. He will be taken down there, and Zuma picking up 2 there in the hard point, as we just got a little bit of a flip now. One member of Faze making his way through. Pristini will quickly see to him, and there's another couple around the corner as he holds on the best he can. Faze still in control. This is eUnited now, back slowly against the walls. They're getting pushed real hard here. This second hard point has been all Faze, Chance.
Well, eUnited, at least on the next hill, they have the opportunity to get the best setup they possibly can. All 4 players are playing indoors. They have the full setup, but then Glacier, he just doesn't watch his back. Attack just coming in the side, and now Faze, they have the pinch coming in. Now it's just all about this gunfights, and Attach wins one, has the player tagged up, but the rest of the pressure coming in from Faze, and eUnited, again, they had the opportunity to have that perfect setup, gets broken instantly.
Yeah, that didn't really work out for them. And the guys on Faze, really clean execution there. The favorable trades really working out for them, and they're still in control. And here comes replays up over the top. It has been 3 dead there, now all dead for the boys of Faze Clan, as eUnited have managed to make a clean break there and retake the hard point. There we go, Arsty's watching that back door. He's going to be pushed again. Silly with a clean trade, keeping the clock ticking in favor of eUnited. You can see the boys on Faze now spawning out, making their way through mid. Big gunfight won by replays in the middle there, and here comes Attach back in from behind. Can the boys of Faze get in here on storage bunker and get some hard point time out of this one?
And it's kind of interesting to see. Faze is actually putting a lot of pressure just for those final 8 seconds to scrap, and not only are they successful with that, but it looks like they're winning the rotation battle as well. So Faze has been on point. Like the one bad setup they had on a hill, they use the streaks, they get the clean 4 down, and they break right through. So yeah, Faze is looking pretty good on Valkyrie, I guess, to a degree, as expected. Zuma, 36 piston that man is working with in his engine. 12 kills right now, 13 leading the lobby.
It's a well-oiled machine. He's doing great at the moment. We touched him briefly before, and I think it won't be the last time we say his name throughout this series. Let's face it. This is Zuma on your screen, watching the players push on through. That is a beautiful push. And look at this, already well aggressive, deep in there. Finally manages to get one, but won't get a second out of that. But again, buying his teammates ever so precious times. Final 30 seconds here on Office. Priesta now watching the front. Here come the members of eUnited. They're about to knock on through. Attach with 2. Zuma with 1 of his own, so he doesn't even need to be involved in the gunfight. Priesta there, just racking in the points as the Faze Clan cross 120 points.
And with the first set of rotations, Faze has won every single hill. I mean, eUnited has done okay once or twice, but just getting completely outplayed for the moment. And it's worth pointing out, Placer, he's right now 6-12, and he had to get a 2-piece just to make it to double negative. But he's rocking the AR, and a lot of times you see teams, they elect to just go 4 subs on this map, but different teams have different strategies, and for the moment, eUnited, it's not working out for him.
Yeah, maybe a change to sub would work out for him. Either way, Priesta now reaping the rewards of his earlier efforts, and this is going to be the first firepower that we see. Not able to do too much with it, but regardless, Silly will be taken out there, and some valuable information gained nonetheless. Faze Clan slowly walking away with this one. Lovely turn there from Priesta. Placer in his sights will be dropped there, and there we see smokestacks now, 30 seconds remaining. The only open hard point here on Valkyrie, and a beautiful return fire there from Attach as he picks up his second. And smokestacks are looking very much like FaZe Clan territory right now, Chance.
And this is impressive because smokestacks can be pretty hard to get that like full 60 kind of time on, but FaZe has done a very good job of holding off the pressure. And again, Zuma, it's hard not to keep talking about him. Double positive at 22 and 11. He's working on streaks. Well, not for the second time. Priesta had him earlier on, but hey, the more streaks that go in the favor of FaZe, the better. They have a disgusting lead so far, and you got to imagine, eUnited, they picked this map. They walked into this. They asked for it. It's not going well.
Yeah, the first round they had against Optic Gaming didn't work out too great for him, and now the same thing is happening. Replays in from behind. Lovely work there from the eUnited to try to stay alive, and they have managed to get the first few moments here on Ventilation Room. We're now in the second set of rotations. As you can see, those red arrows on your screen fanning out. Lovely bit of a work there from Zuma hitting the flank. This is him on your screen at the moment. He's got Silly trapped. Oh, and lovely work there from Silly with the PPSH ringing out. Will be getting those kills. Meanwhile, Clay getting those points in mid. He knows those players are coming, and his STG is not the best weapon in that close-range engagement as Priesta gets one. Arsty's now coming back in for a bit of vengeance. Takes care of Zuma. There's another around the corner, and he's got his name written all over it. That's the third in a row for him. 4 now. Here we are. Bit of a resurgence from the boys of eUnited, but Chance, is it too little too late?
Maybe not. Maybe not. They have streaks to work with on their own, which of course is really only viable over by smokestacks, but they have the rotation as well. They have the proper spawns for this, so it's all about how FaZe decides to go for the break, as we've seen before. They just get that clean 4 down and they make things work, and there you see Zuma's calling in the fighter pilot to try and make it happen. But now streaks are coming in from every which direction, from every single person on the map, it seems like. And yeah, eUnited, yes, they had the rotations, yes, they held the spawns, but well, I was going to say it's tough for them to break through, but it's going to come down to a 1v1 inside the hill. And yeah, it's just a back and forth hill we have ourselves here, Miles.
Yeah, this isn't too bad. Pristine now getting in there. Almost was a stick there, but Silly. Beautiful picking up the pieces there. And there we go. eUnited finally getting back into this. 100 points have been broken. And here comes a big push from the boys in FaZe. It's Zuma hitting the flank immediately. 3 members of FaZe coming right through the front door, and it's working out well for them so far. Nothing but blood so far spilled in the operations bunker. FaZe currently in control. They've got to take out those 2 players. Replays gets in there quick, but he will be first to be dropped. And the gunfights in mid are being won by Zuma and FaZe, and that's going to be at 40 more points. And they're going to have map 1 under their belt. Woo. Chance, this is a pretty FaZe-heavy map so far.
Now, Miles, now it is too little too late. eUnited will just, it would be a miracle if they're able to pull off this comeback. I guess technically still possible, but FaZe has gotten a clean 4 down on this hill once before. They can do it once again, and they're even dodging some of the streaks as well. So that's an investment eUnited feels that they're forced to make, and they get nothing out of it. And again, just FaZe, they've played pretty much every single hill as perfectly as they possibly could, on top of some pretty nice individual performances.
Oh yeah, speaking of individual performances, we keep ratting on about Zuma. 30 and 16 right now with almost a minute of hill time to his name. But Priesta, 2 minutes and 20 in the hard points. He's doing great work there. This is Replays, putting that STG to work here in the storage bunker. Final 10 points remain. Clay's dropped there, and this is big. Here comes the final push from FaZe. 5 seconds for the win. Can anyone from eUnited get in there? It looks like Silly has managed to find his way in, but he's going to be shot out the sky by Zuma straight away. And Zuma again, look at this, picking up these players on the move. And again, 3 in a row for Zuma. And that's going to be the final points for FaZe Clan as they take map number 1.
FaZe Clan, it's just able to shut them out in the end. But Revan, one of the things that we wanted to talk about when we were sitting here watching this match, eUnited all of a sudden does come back in the middle again, which is kind of what we saw from them on Valkyrie, but definitely not as convincing as the last time.
Yeah, we said this before about other teams as well. Slow starts, man. You can't afford to have those slow starts, especially when you have Zuma, who's just continued to slay. The guy never slowed down throughout any point of that game. I mean, I one time pointed out to you, like, just looking at the hard point time on the side of FaZe, at one point, Priesta had like 2 minutes, and then everybody else had like 20 seconds or less. And when you have a guy who's just soaking up time inside the hard point, what that means is that all 3 players are pushing at the hard point and defending it from the outside. eUnited just couldn't get close.
You know, when eUnited was on this map last time, to really get the time that they were able to get to give Optic Gaming a little bit of a fight, Clay had to slay very heavily. This time, he's not able to do it in Chance. Looking for eUnited down the line, looking at what eUnited needs to do in this tournament, do you think they need to go back to the drawing board on using Valk?
Not at this point, right? Like, it's too late. You have a strategy coming in. Like, how much improvements can you really make in a matter of a day? I think if they have a plan, they got to stick to it and just kind of stick to their guns. But yeah, I mean, they chose that map. They walked into it, and things did not go well. And interestingly enough, the last time these 2 teams played, they played on Texas for Search and Destroy, which is a second map, and FaZe beat them 6-1.
All right, well, we got to talk about that a little bit, but there's plenty of action still going on, so we're going to jump on over to our Delta stream. Taking a look right now, this is going to be TK versus versus Vitality, Miles?
Vitality are doing what Vitality do best, and that is play very, very, very well against high-caliber teams, and then kind of like surprise us throughout competitions. I love to see this. I mean, look at that scoreline. Look at the fact that Xerox 22 and 13. I'm just a huge fan of Vitality from moment to moment. They crush me like at the end of the day every single time, but I love the show they put on for us.
I saw you did there with the high-caliber teams. Good one, Miles. So what you did there, but
with a K, dude.
I'm just gonna echo your sentiments. I feel like this Vitality team, they're solid. Like they're pretty damn good, but just sometimes they're just unable to close out games. We've seen moments of greatness from these guys. We've also seen very low moments as well. They need to find that middle ground, that consistency.
Moments. We've seen moments of greatness. I think they're relatively inconsistent, but every now and then you look at players like Whalers, and all of a sudden they look like they could just be on one of the top teams.
Still, though, consistently, they look okay, and then they just lose. And that's kind of how I expect this map to go. Like, sure, they have moments of greatness, and they play close against the top teams, but in the end, they just lose. I don't see it. I mean, right now, TK, they have the hill. They're looking to pick up those final 30 seconds, and then they're just going to be so close to winning the game that Vitality, if they don't break through, there's not going to be much they can do.
Chance, just always a cup of sunshine for everyone at home, always cheering for the underdog, but Team Caliber going to take a pretty assertive lead here now. And Miles, one of the biggest questions was when we got to an open tournament, was Team Caliber just going to treat it like a playground yet again?
I hope not. I think they're going to have to take this very, very seriously. And I think they're doing just that. I mean, again, they're not going to be letting anyone go lightly. There's going to be every single match is pretty solid, you know, practice for them going into the rest of the competition. But if this is going to be TK's downfall, they cannot take anyone lightly.
You know, I've been saying this a lot going into the event. Early in the tournament, if you have a couple plays go in favor of TK, they have a lot of fans here. This is their home crowd. They could get a lot of momentum behind them if they get the right plays going behind them. I think the three-peat is definitely possible.
You know, already we've gotten to watch them a little bit more, and after seeing them in the Pro League compared to now, it almost seems like a little bit of a different team, Chance.
Again, it's the only thing that comes down to me in my mind is just their search and destroy. If their search and destroy is back to where it was the first two open events, then we have the TK of Volt. But I mean, their hard point has always been pretty solid, even if they're getting outslayed. And now that they're picking up the kills, all things are going well. But I guess to Vitality's credit, they're going to get the final 20 seconds on this hill. So we're going to have, well, close to a tied game going into that turret hill.
And I think as subs, you know, the meta starts to shift more towards the SMG players. You're going to want more out of Theory, right? No longer can you really afford to have him put up games where, you know, he's not, you know, pitching in and chipping in with the kills, you know. Putting a lot of pressure on these other guys to constantly perform. But Vitality, they're making this a game, man. As we're here on the turret hardpoint, they're only down by 20 points. If they can make one good break in here, I think they have a shot at winning this game still.
Yeah, I mean, this could end it for either team here on turret. We're going to watch this play out right now, and it looks like TK is going to be able to shut that one out. But an impressive performance all around for Vitality. But let's jump back in with our featured match. Let's jump into the Alpha stream and take a look at Faze versus eUnited.
Round two, search and destroy. Here we go, Chance. Already off to a very interesting start. 3 dead, almost 4 there for the boys of eUnited. RC's left all alone with 20 seconds remaining in this first round. Sniping, and oh my goodness, replays. That hurt. 13 seconds left on the bomb. Can he get the refuse?
This is a gangster play right now. Priesta, he might not have the time. He's going to see ahead. It just comes down to the time, and I think Priesta got it perfectly, but he had been, what, a half a second away from getting that. RC's in the toughest possible situation for the 1v3 with Mom down. Makes it as interesting as he possibly could.
I almost feel like, what if Arstes wasn't crouching there? If he hadn't been spotted in that moment where, you know, he shoulder peeked, that could have been a tiny bit different. But whew, what a first round that was. Now let's get back into this one. See what the boys of eUnited can now do on offense. First round went to Faze. If you just joined us, this is the second map here in pool play. RC is going to be running snipe. That was a tasty shot we saw in the last one. Can we get a little bit more replays than we're running snipe for Faze again? USS Texas, very long lines of sight. Holy moly, that's 3 dead again for United, and already Arcides once again, last player alive for his team, and he's going to be snuffed out incredibly quickly.
And that's honestly just picturesque of like what it's been like for eUnited. It's like their entire team just gets dropped, and RC should get a kill, and then he just gets a hit marker. It's like everything that could go wrong for this team just is. Granted, again, that submachine gun pressure in the middle of the map the SMGs are just too strong for Faze, it seems like.
I mean, this was the same thing that happened in the hardpoint on Valkyrie, was that Faze are so fast. They've got the running shoes on, and they seem to be one step ahead of whatever team they're playing right now. And that seemed to be the case against eUnited in that last round. They were way ahead, the trap was set, and as soon as it was sprung, you're losing 3 members of eUnited at once. Can we see something a little different here on the Faze offensive round? Zuma make his way through ship. He's got 2 players right in front of him. He's going to be taken down very cleanly there. Priester hoping to take care of those hit markers, and can he find one? Pristini's going to be the first to drop as he ties the numbers up. Clay on the flank as well, so this is interesting. We've got 2 members of Faze. They're going to be somewhat pinned. Replays on the back end as that bomb goes down.
Clayster able to get out with his life, though. So the bomb gets planted, but we do have a true 3 versus 3. And right now, all the pressure for eUnited is coming from inside this ship. And meanwhile, you can see how far back Faze is allowed to play. Replays is in the far back of the map. He's going to be tough to deal with, but they get that intro first blood. And, well, now the advantage of the positioning, now he's all the way in the back of the map, and he's going to get swarmed. Even if he gets that first kill, he was going to get traded instantly. So there you go. True 3 versus 3. eUnited, they play it absolutely perfectly. The kills go their way, and they retake the bomb site. And all coming from that mid-pressure.
Moment of hesitation cost Faze that one there. Again, Replay's playing so far back. No snipe that time, just the STG. Not able to make too much of an impact from the position he was in, and there we go. 1 round on the board now for the boys of eUnited.
It's going to be interesting to see if they can bounce back, because I know we've talked about it before, eUnited being pretty good on Texas, but their strategy has been known because they've been doing relatively the same thing since day number 1, and you got to imagine Faze has been able to do their homework, especially with the Pro League kind of showing strats off as well, so maybe eUnited tries to mix it up just a little bit, but again, you see at the start of this round, it's just Faze. They put an immense amount of pressure in the middle of that ship, and they've been very strong. Of course, his first gunfight, Pristini has the advantage, but Attach, even with the STG, is just going to win it. And there you go. Just like that, the advantage is going to be for Faze, and Zuma is just continuing. The man 6-2 has no fear on the challenge, even if he's going against Clay on a head glitch with an AR. He's not concerned about it, and well, maybe it'll cost him.
Well, Clay ties things up. It's now 1v1. Priest, the last guy left alive, almost tags him up through the wall there, and that would have been very close. Priest is now got to regain, recoup, get back into this one. Now Clay, he does have that bomb. Now he's going to be able to make a move here. 40 seconds on the clock, so he's got a lot of time to make his choice. And he's opting for a very slow and methodical wrap round, and I like this. Again, Priester, without the Bs of Faze, he doesn't have a lot of information to work with. Now Clay, this is a very slow push, and if he manages to catch Priester out in the open, it could pay dividends for him. But again, we'll see how this one goes. Clay currently on a 3 streak, halfway towards his streaks. 20 seconds remain.
Well, now the question is going to be, will Priest check the bomb if Clayster goes to plant it? But Clayster's actually, wow, doesn't even feel the need. There's 12 seconds left, and he doesn't even feel the need to plant. He has the confidence to just go over to the other bomb site, see if you can catch a player slipping, and it's exactly what happened. Priest, he just picks the wrong staircase to look up towards, but that is a very, very confident play coming out of Clay.
He was hunting footsteps. He was just waiting for them footsteps to ring out, and as soon as he found them, boom, jumps on him. Clay winning that round for his team, and here we go. eUnited tying things up 2-2. We've got a game in our hands. We've had a feeling this was going to be all Faze, but that is a very focused man right there. Clay does not want to go down here because, again, eUnited's position right now in the pools, they do not want to be taking a loss here. This is now the offensive run for Faze. RC's with Snipe, hoping to catch somebody out. I think Attach is probably going to be sitting down range, yeah, a snipe of his own. It's going to be a bit of a snipe off. Who's going to see who first? Neither team making a move. They're waiting for that snipe to open up the field for them, to open up the play. And no one has moved in about 10 seconds. Oh, there it is. Clay's got a little bit of info, and that's going to be huge. That nade's coming out. Attach moves forward. This is going to be big. If you can catch Pristini. Oh, tagged up, and that's massive. Pristini picking up that kill. Priest has now got to quickly respond. First blood to eUnited.
It's worth pointing out as well, Clay's going to be working towards streaks as well. I think he's got like 400 points. So if Faze plants this bomb in a 3v4 and Clay manages to get the defuse, that could be huge for them going into the later rounds. Faze, though, they got a little bit of pressure in the middle of the ship, but now RC's been looking down B Street this entire time. Gets the next pick, and that should pretty much decide the round for the team. Faze, there's not much they can do unless Priesta makes the play. But yeah, he just gets traded out. Clay's got one more kill to his name. So got the second as well. So yeah, Clay gets streaks. That was the best case scenario for eUnited.
What a payoff. To get 2 kills out of that one as well as the round, that's absolutely massive. Look at his replays, making a push for it, but Clay played that one. He played that round so patiently, staying in position literally the whole round. And those 2 kills now going to be granting them streaks, and this is going to be something they're desperately needing to take the lead back into this one. Clayster on your screen there still. Here we go. Snipes up for both squads, presumably.
Oh, he didn't get streaks, by the way. Wow, it's 25 points off.
Damn, that is too close to call. United finally got the lead here, as we see them on the offensive round. Silly's got bomb. Arstees with snipe. Replay's not opting for snipe, but it may be attached this time as well. And again, both teams very pensive, very slow. They don't want to make that first mistake. Again, first bloods are costing these players in a massive way. Here goes the bomb. Silly is being covered there by Arstees. As soon as that bomb goes down, we should see a bit of movement. And again, Priester maybe making that play through mid, as he did to pick off a member of United in the last round. And here comes the push. Up top, Replays, wins the gunfight. That's absolutely huge. 2 dead for United.
And this should be a round win, even with the 2 versus 3, just because of where that bomb got planted for. It's incredibly easy for Arstees to watch, but he has to make sure he hits his shots, and he's going to whiff the first one. And, well, Attach has one as well, so now this sniper battle is going to be real interesting. Pressure's on. Arstees actually is going to get flanked, and a round that I think should have gone to United's way is going to be all up to Clayster, but someone's going to be on the bomb. Priesta gets that kill, and Priesta just opens up that round. The man is 7-3, but again, if you get that bomb planted for the left side, players just don't need to challenge. Everyone for eUnited, they just need to back up and like help your man out in the back. So again, I thought there was a lot of potential for eUnited, but if anything could go wrong for them, it probably will.
I think that's the second time now, chance it has gone wrong for them. Props to Priester, though. He's playing the spaces really well. He finds those openings. He knows, he seems to have like a good idea of exactly where everyone is on the map and where they're looking. Again, such beautiful game knowledge. He makes those plays happen in a really wonderful way, and he's done it twice in a row now. 7-3 for Priester. This is him on your screen. And Attach with snipe for Faze. They tie things up, and here we go. Replay's making his way forward. If Arstees peaks, he could well be dropped. Priester again, finding those spaces, getting in there, getting the tags, getting the information he needs, and he's the bait. And here comes the push. Arstees over the front. Oh, at any moment now, we're going to see something. Clay's the first to drop. Will anybody else from United poke and challenge? Oh, wow, Priester. Pristini, excuse me, making his way forward. And Arstees, you can see just above with that snipe as well, trading shots. Priester's out in front, does get dropped, and here we go. There's a bit of a flank happening again. Zuma on the flank, picks up 2, and that's now a 2v1. Silly all on his own.
Well, he's able to pick up 2 as well. Doesn't get traded out, so the 1v1 comes down to him and Attach. Now, Attach is a legendary 1v1 player, and he's got a mild advantage. He spotted the player, he has bombed down, but he does have a sniper. So Silly, he's got to figure this out quickly, and Silly might be making the correct play as well, and Attach is going for the World Star, and he's gonna get it, and he's gonna let him know.
You love to see it. Wow, Attach. Let's see it again, because why not? Look at the confidence. Times it perfectly. World stars him. That's how you win a round.
That's the worst possible challenge in that situation, followed up by the best possible shot. And again, if anything can go wrong for United, it probably will. That's absurd, though. Attach is actually just out here playing like it's a pub. He's just having fun with it. But props to him. He hit the shot. We talked about his 1v1 prowess. It was just, I don't know, that was just the Faze sniping prowess. I don't even know.
That was the turning point for me in this match. Faze now are going to be feeling themselves. The confidence now is going to be through the roof. They know they can hit plays like that. Here comes Priester. He's not waiting for any moments. He's going to make it himself. And over the top, Attach, almost. Priester picking up a kill in the background with an aid on Arstees. And again, Priester, the man behind enemy lines, finding the kills when he needs to. Oh my God, this round has been a massacre. Clay keeping it respectful, but there we go. Faze clan really looking strong here, Chance.
This is getting brutal. This is getting a little bit tough to watch. Faze, it's just, again, they're making the correct play calls, right? Like the pressure they have in the middle of the map, they continuously are getting submachine guns. Like Zuma's found himself in a top window every single defensive round at some point, and he just perfectly times when he needs to push out as well. Of course, Priest has had a very nice game, and you see, obviously, Attach is having a fun time with the sniper rifle. So yeah, these teams have played this map before. Faze beat him the first time. They're looking good to beat him the second. United, though, they have the potential to clutch things and turn it around, but it's not going to be easy.
Here we go. Map point for Faze. Attach now trying to make it happen. Can he make it? It won't work. He's got a lot of pressure coming in from both sides there. Priester going to be getting out with his life. That's a big start for them. 2 dead already for United. Clayster and Arstees now. The weight of the world on his shoulders, and Arstees up back with snipe, and this is it. This is potentially the end here for United. In the search and destroy, the bomb's gone down. It's all on Arstees. 4 players stand in his way, and a bomb. Make it 3. But here come the members of Faze Clan. Oh, over the top, Zuma's going to find him, and that is going to be a very comfortable win for the boys in red. Faze Clan take map number 2.
And off the back of Zuma, he gets the ace at the end. He drops like 13 kills. The start of the game, it was Prisa was looking nasty. Attach had the great 1v1. And then Zuma at the end of it is just like, I'm still the king on Surge. I'm still the best SMG player on the planet. Or he's trying to make the argument, but that is a team that is having a lot of fun.
Well, you can see Faze Clan up 2-0 in this series so far, up against eUnited. Again, eUnited need to make this win happen if they want to put their pool standings in a better place. Don't go anywhere, because we've got another match coming up for you here. Faze versus eUnited. This is a Call of Duty World League. Don't go anywhere.
flexing up on the main stage right now, but that is only part of the story. We have a bunch of action going on here at CWL Atlanta. My name is Rich. I'm going to be your host, and I'm joined by Revan, Chance, and Miles to cover all of the action for you guys at home. first match that we got to talk about right now, Optic Gaming versus Era Eternity. It goes to a game 4. We got a little bit of a replay. We're going to give you a little bit of insight to how this series does close out. And we're going to kick off with Pharaoh getting a 4-piece.
I mean, look at the score right now, 240 to 215. Optic are in a great position in this game, but it's Pharaoh making a big play for his team, gets inside the hard point as his team starts to mount the comeback. And look, I will be the first one to say I was wrong about Era. I did not have confidence in them going into these respawn game modes, especially going up against Optic Gaming, and they proved me wrong. So they're shutting me up a little bit, and this has got to give this Era squad a lot of confidence going into these later games in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Era starts to look really strong. Optic Gaming at 244. This is going to be the last point that they get up into the board as Era just floods on into the hill. And Chance, ultimately, Era pulling down this, how is it going to affect the pool?
It's going to make things interesting, right? Because I think Optic already got their first one of the day, but this kind of opens it up for everyone, really, at this point, because now everyone's going to be kind of balanced out with the potential exception of eUnited being towards the bottom. But if you're an open bracket team, maybe this wouldn't be a terrible pool to get into. It's tough competition, but if things are close, there's potential to get out in the top 2.
We're going to be jumping right back into Alpha, but all of a sudden, this is just very clearly one of the most... This is a true pool of death. This really is a true pool of death. It doesn't happen that often. Even the teams that are seeded a little bit lower have potential to win. We knew Era is a team that can cause upsets. eUnited is the lowest seeded team in the group. That is absolutely insane. This pool could be causing some very strange outcomes when we actually get to that championship bracket. But now, turning our attention back to our featured match, Faze Clan going to be leading by 2 miles.
Are we surprised? A little bit.
Not at all.
A little bit.
You are? No, I'm not.
Just a little, just a smidge.
That's over there, man. That's on your side.
2-0 though. eUnited is very much backs against the wall here in Pool C. And here we go into the capture the flag Ardennes. I didn't have faith in the Ardennes choice, but here we go. Let's see if it pays off. Attach. Look how aggressive he is, man. Like, he's just gone straight on through with a dead teammate. He's like, ah, man, I'm going to go for this flag. I'm just going to grab it. My teammates are dying all around me, but you know what? I'm going to make that play happen.
That was 13 seconds. That was 13 seconds before Attach got to the flag. Of course, eUnited does clean him up, so no love lost there. But still, that's just insane, the level of aggression that FaZe is willing to put on their opponent. And it's worth pointing out, this is the map these teams played for map 3 the last time they played. FaZe beats them, I think it was 3-2. So it was much closer than the first 2 games we've seen in this series. But at the same time, FaZe has been arguably the best CTF team in the game. I think they had one kind of faulty event, but outside of that, they've been very, very spot on. So it's going to be very tough for eUnited to get this win, but obviously they're going to be going for that reverse sweep in the same fashion Envy did.
Here we go. Reverse sweeps can happen. Stranger things have happened before. And Attach has just added another body to the eUnited pile, and that's going to be a flag grab now. And as you can see, Zuma has it on his back. He's made his way over halfway, and here comes the defensive play from Faze. They're going to be keeping those members of eUnited in their base, and that flag cap is moments away. Replay still alive, keeping it going. And now Zuma, moments away from getting the first point on the board here for the Faze clan. The first of many we expect. Can Pristini get in there and do some damage? He cannot. That has been the offensive of eUnited thwarted there by Zuma. Not only doing the OBJ, but getting the big kills as well.
And I know we're only just barely past a minute and a half in the game, but it is worth pointing out Zuma already going to be close to those streaks. Of course, though, he's taking a very difficult gunfight against Placer, but his team is putting some pressure over by that cabin cut, and that's going to be Attach. So if Attach can bait himself, get Placer distracted, or even just get the kill and let Zuma pick it up, the streaks are going to be there.
Clay trying to make something work here. He's been holding on to that head glitch there by Bunker for a while now, and again, that presence is doing his team a lot of favors, trying to push the front line forward. And you see him watching for those players on spawn. Attach is about to walk straight into his line of sight. Shots in. Won't be getting the kill, but he needs his teammates to push up as well. And sadly, losing the gunfight is Priester and Pristini trading out one another. And now RST's trying to make his way forward. This is a desperate push from eUnited. They are going to be having reinforcements coming up the rear. That's going to be silly on spawn. Can they maintain their position here in the field? It's going to be a tough one, but they seem to be holding on there. That's Attached to the bunker. This is the last line of defense for the boys of Faze. Now eUnited slowly, methodically clawing their way forward, inch by inch. Can they get into this one? Again, the pressure has been applied now for quite a while. This is the 4th rotation of spawns we've seen from the boys of Faze Clan, and they haven't yielded yet. And that's going to be the end of that push right there in the end. Oh no, Silly and Aussies are still in this with a chance. Big kills there from Silly. Keeping the push forward going. Priester trying to hold on. The stun's coming through in a big way. Again, he's running airborne, so those stuns are going to be hurting him big time. Silly does win the gunfight. That's going to be important. The flag is finally moving. Silly there. But Zuma from behind. This has been the story of the series so far. Zuma on the flanks every single time. All dead for Faze. This could be the cap eUnited need, Chance.
Absolutely. And it took them a very long time to pull it off, but you saw the pressure that they applied through bunker eventually was enough, and that's despite the team kills, or the team shots at least, that were coming in, despite the stuns that Faze was trying to apply. So you like to see it from eUnited. It was a struggle for them, but they tied this game up, and you appreciate seeing that because we saw it in Envy. When they pulled off their reverse sweep, it was an incredibly tough situation, and they go huge. It's worth pointing out Silly is ever so close to streaks, and he's going to fall as well. So it's like the third player of this game that's been like right on the cusp of being able to break it open for the team, but neither player is able to pull it off just yet.
We mentioned that Clay was going to be the defining factor in the success here of eUnited, and so far 11-4. He's certainly doing his own good hard work to leave a mark here in the back of FaZe Clan. Arsty's keeping the push forward 2 in a row. He knows Attach has made his way past his teammates. He's going to leave them to clear it up. This is a strong push again from eUnited. Again, slow, methodical, 1 kill at a time, not leaving any stone left unturned. And you see Clay picking up the pieces. They're going to make their way through bunker once again. 50 seconds remain on the clock, and that tag is extremely important. Can Clay find this kill here on Zuma? Stunned, will be dropped. That's very important. Pristini now holding the line. Zuma shots in, beautiful work. The remainder of the eUnited lineup making their way forward now. Can FaZe hold on? They couldn't before. They got another chance here.
Well, eUnited, they got to get quite a few kills in their favor. Pristini's going to get traded as well. FaZe has done a very nice job on the defensive hold, but it's worth considering maybe for eUnited to try and switch over to Armored. Like how many times we've seen the FaZe stuns come in and slows them down before they can pull the flag, or just wins the gunfight, like we saw what happened to Clay early over by bunker. Of course, though, 13 seconds left. Zuma, he's going to be playing aggressive. I don't even know if he spotted the player that's right next to him, but he's going to go for some spawn kills, and there you go, 2 down for FaZe. They got 5 seconds. They got to touch this flag.
This is so typical of FaZe. As soon as they get a hint of an advantage, they play it immediately, and already the flag's being moved. Priest has got it on his back. This is his perspective here. He's about halfway now. Clay holds the line there on the north side of the map. Zuma picking up, and again, this could be a very naughty last-minute cap here for the boys in FaZe Clan. As Zuma picks up another kill, that's going to be it. They're pretty much guaranteeing that that second cap's going to make its way home with 40 seconds on the clock now. I love this. They're holding on. They want to make sure this happens. And they're going to
give Zuma streaks. They're giving Zuma streaks to get the team kill, to get the flag in the end. Now he's going to be streaked out, and that is, it's beyond massive. That was a perfect play at the end. Zuma gets behind enemy lines. They have to pull the flag to get that extra time, right? They get it with like half a second, and Zuma gets a kill, doesn't deadbolt sprint for the flag, still takes the time to check corners. Like, for FaZe to have the state of mind with the time ticking down like that, to know exactly how much was left on the clock, that's impressive as hell. And then to have the state of mind to give Zuma the streaks in the end, and have eUnited contained so well in their base that you can make that happen, that's masterful. That is masterful, like, for CTF. Like, that's the best you're going to see.
The first series of the day, eUnited took CTF from Optic Gaming.
Whoa, timeout. Clayster just got a sniper kill on CTF. That's different.
Wait, this is a big moment. Almost a second. Clay's making something happen here. And here comes the pressure. FaZe making their way forward. 4 streaks, almost more streaks. Oh no, finally Zuma taken out, and that's going to be important. Still, he's going to be streaking out. Replaces anyone on spawn now. And again, eUnited just a little too slow off the mark, not willing to push forward fast enough. Great throw from Prestini. That was a Hail Mary and a half, and he hit that one right on the head. Here we go. Bit of aggression now from the boys in blue. FaZe turtling up, getting ready to weather the storm here. Clay, he's been a hero for his squad, but they need to make something very special happen. And they know full well in the back of their mind, Priest's streaks are really going to be hurting them as soon as that flag gets on one of their backs.
Well, Clayster's got an important gunfight to win. He's been the catalyst for this team, right? Well, speak catalyst, Pristini, yeah, he's behind enemy lines. He's spotted out 2 players, and he's probably going to get the kills before he goes for the flag. And, well, he's not going to get either, but he's causing a distraction. eUnited can make the move. Clayster's able to pick up 2, knows where the third guy is, wins that one as well. But, again, all comes down to Clay, has another 1v1 in front of him, and it's just not enough. Someone else for eUnited, or Pristini even, if he gets one of those kills, there's hope. But, yeah, again, not quite masterful stuff there from FaZe Clan, but they do enough justice in the end and stave off the push. Still, though, plenty of time for eUnited to work with. They got 3.5 minutes to at least just tie this game up.
Let's see how we go. FaZe still making their way forward. Attach 14-9, currently on a 4-kill streak. Almost has streaks to work with as well. Invaluable to have 2 players with streaks here on FaZe. Again, that's basically guaranteeing a flag cap to be stopped. and potentially slowing down the spawns of the enemy so they can get a cap of their own. Priest is doing work on the other side of the map. Again, Faze holding on here. Slow, steady push forward for the boys of eUnited. Attach may be hit from behind any moment now from Clay. Sniffs him out. He's got the advantage, but Attach is out. He's free, and he may be able to pick up Pristini now. He may catch him napping. Clay, though, continues to run. Oh, and Attach, he's got streaks.
Well, Attach really just shouldn't die right here. If Glacier's pulling that flag out, he's going to be able to want to call the streaks in, but more importantly, he's going to try and pull out the flag of his own. Meanwhile, though, Glacier has the flag. They're going to be running back. It looks like Clay does get picked, and I guess maybe that's somewhat of a positive for eUnited, just because the flag's a little bit far away, but Pristini's going to sprint to it. But on the bright side for them, Faze doesn't get the flag.
Zuma streaks coming out, only finding one kill there, and again, here comes the aggression from Faze. They smell blood in the water, and like sharks, they make their way forward. Look at the aggression. Clay's going to be the only person to slow any of this down. The Priest is going to be picking him up straight away. Arsti's again answering back. Zuma now has to turn. Has to change his attention. Arsti's may have just got the better of him. Lovely tags. No kill just yet. Up over the top. Arsti's in a bad position there, and Zuma continuing his dominant run here in the series. 2 minutes remaining on the clock, and eUnited need another flag cap to keep themselves in this one.
Well, Pristini has gotten behind enemy lines, but he might have to stay here just for the stop of the flag, let alone the pull. So pressure's on him, and he's going to pull the flag, and every single person on Faze is going to be like, oh, yeah, there he is. Let's just kill him. So maybe there was an opportunity for him to make a play. Instead, they get nothing, and they're going to be down by 2. And, yeah, this is looking like it's going to be that hot 3-0 for FaZe Clan.
Zuma looking to get a 4th flag cap. Here he comes. Attach is going to be covering him above with that glide bomb. That's going to be coming in straight on top of Arstides, and this is the space they needed. Silly, he's going to be dropped now, and Zuma's making his way forward. He's only got 1 member left to deal with before he can potentially pull that flag. His teammates in the background doing lovely work, and that's a big win there for Pristini. Needs to stay alive here. And there we are, 2 dead now for FaZe Clan.
I'd be very curious to see if what Zuma's percentage of just one-on-one fights, gunfights that he wins versus loses, because I feel like he doesn't lose very many of them straight up. Either way, though, of course, just a minute left. Zuma's feeling a little bit of pressure. He's got to call in the score streaks to try and stave off the opponent, and he's going to be able to at least slow him down. So, yeah, do or die, backs against the wall. You're trying to make the reverse sweep, but you got to win this game first, and that clock is not their best friend.
Yeah, United need to do something real special to get 2 caps now in 42 seconds. Zuma's going to have something to say about that as he's spraying from the hit. Pristini gets the kill, but this is not going to be enough. Again, the boys on whose blue arrows, they need to be hitting the gas real hard, and replays is not helping the cause. Shooting Pristini in the back like that, and again, Attach has got streaks to work with. He's going to be killing RC. It's just an absolute bloodbath. Now FaZe have played this one to a T, letting the boys of eUnited walk into their guns. It's turned into a firing squad. As Zuma now continues the run. Attach padding the stats with 15 seconds left on the clock, and here comes the streaks. At this point, it's all for ceremony. 3-1 is going to be the final score here, and it is going to be a 3-0 in the series. And Chance, you're not that surprised. I thought we'd get a little more fight out of the boys in eUnited, but alas, it is going to be a hot 3-0 for FaZe Clan.
FaZe Clan definitely looking very strong there. I mean, the question right now, I just want to talk about both of these teams as we move forward in the tournament, not harp on that series quite as much. Revan, in your mind, FaZe Clan and eUnited, where do both of these teams stand?
I think after that series, it's easy to say that FaZe are looking better than eUnited, but look, if you're eUnited after this day 1, you go back and you watch all the film, all the games you played today, you have to identify the mistakes that you're making, and then on the side of